Okay, so in today's video about XRP, we are going to check out this move up specifically, and I'm going to answer a very important question, and it says, can this move up be actually a good sign in XRP, suggesting the bottom is in right around this area, or maybe this whole move is going to be just a correction structure, and after it's over, we may see some more downward price action. So with that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you are having a great time with your family and loved ones. And if you remember, the last time that we talked about XRP, I think we were somewhere around this area, and I was saying, if you want to be optimistic in Ripple, you can say maybe this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up into a wave 1, followed by that a correction for wave 2, and what you need to see in XRP is a move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5, something like this, in order for you to be able to say, you know what, maybe on a higher degree, we are having a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, as you can see, we did get a move on the upside, but for me, this isn't really enough. Why is that? I told you, we need to see in this phase into our wave 3, a very big and strong move on the upside in order for me to be able to say, this is actually an impulsive structure. However, what do we have in this region? Just constantly overlapping of the waves, and this is a choppy price action, and it doesn't really have characteristic of being an impulsive structure. Now, this doesn't mean that we should be at the moment completely bearish in XRP, because I do see a possibility suggesting from, I think, this point to about here, we may have a corrective movement. That's why this is actually a choppy price action, and it's going to be in form of a running flat, which looks like this. This is our initial move down into a correction for wave B, which in it we are going to take this high and then another move down into our C leg, and in this phase we are not going to take the low of wave A. And for our sub waves, you probably know it if you are a regular viewer, ABC down into A, ABC on the upside, or maybe even a WXY, doesn't really matter, into B, and 5 down into our C leg, something like this. Let's go on the live chart and see what is happening. Okay, so we said from here to about this point, we can consider an impulse on the upside, and I still stand by what I said. Followed by that, we can argue that this is an A, B, C down, and then from this point, we are having another ABC on the upside, and this might be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down, which means on a higher degree, we may have an A, B, C in form of a running flat structure, which is going to be into a larger degree wave 2, and here is how this can be wave 1, like we said before. Now, we are going to argue this whole move on the downside is going to be into wave 2, and again, once more, we get to a place where we have to have a move on the upside, a very big and a strong one, because it's going to be into a wave 3 correction for 4, another move on the upside into wave 5. If you want to be optimistic in XRP, I think this might be our best shot at finding an impulsive structure, which suggests anytime now we need to see some strong price action. Now, this is just my opinion, and you can have a different one, and I will absolutely respect it. Personally, for me, I'm not really seeing a decent trading setup in XRP at the moment. That's why overall, I would like to wait a bit more and see, are we going to, in this phase on the upside, which for now at least looks kind of choppy and slow, reclaim this important resistance area, which I think it was from daily time frame between $2.5 to about $2.8. If we do actually manage to go above it, do a pullback and then a continuation of the move up, because we talked about it before, above here we're not really having a whole lot of strong resistances. Odds are at that point we are going to set an all-time high and take the highest side somewhere around $3.5, and we're gonna go probably quite a bit higher than that, maybe $4 to $5 just for like the first target. And by the way, no, this doesn't count as a break. No, because what did we do in here? Let's summon more. Okay, as you can see, we did manage to go above it, and then we absolutely failed to have a pullback and a continuation of the move up, which in it we should have taken this high right in here, but as you can see, we definitely didn't. So for all we know, this is going to be just a simple fake out for us. So what do we want to see in XRP at the moment for us to be bullish with a lot more confidence? Just a very strong move on the upside. Otherwise, if we see some more slow moves on the upside and then a move down in order to get back to these levels and we do something like this, well, unfortunately, that is probably not going to be a good sign, suggesting starting from the lowest low down here about $1.9, we are having a correction up and not an impulse, and after our correction is over, we may see another move down. Does this mean at that point the overall scenario is going to be bearish? No, I'm just gonna argue that in this phase we are actually on our way to complete a correction structure on a higher degree, and after this last leg on the downside is going to be over, we are going to start the next major phase of the bull run. And I think right now we should say, if you want to argue this is an impulse, you're going to have a series of 1-2s probably, because in here we are clearly having overlapping of the waves between this move and also this one, meaning you are going to argue that this is going to be 1, 2, and then you need to see another move down into wave 3, 4, 5, which is going to be on a higher degree into a larger degree wave 3, correction for 4, another move on the downside into wave 5, and then in here our correction is going to be over. Can we have another scenario? I think so. Let's go on H1 time frame. Okay, so you see, you can also identify a double zigzag structure in this area with a truncated second ABC, meaning you can say this is A, this is B, this is C, and then it's going to be into a larger degree wave W, correction for wave X, and this to about this point is going to be an ABC on the downside into our wave Y. Now, truncated ABCs into wave Y of a double zigzag is very, very rare. That's why for now at least, I can't consider this possibility, but it's going to be my primary case. And as long as I'm not seeing some strong bullish signs suggesting we have hit the bottom in XRP, I'm going to be a bit patient and also a bit careful and not jump into any unnecessary bullish conclusion. For now, I would like to argue in XRP, we are just having a bit of a waiting game. And if we see a strong move up and we do something like this, especially if we manage to go above this region, do a pullback and a continuation of the move up, at that point, fair enough, we are going to be able to be optimistic with quite a bit of confidence. As long as we're not seeing that, I think we need to be a bit careful. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in XRP's price chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next video, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.